It's been a while. Yes. So and now that everything is working, this is the Mwegas show. So welcome to church, the only church that where we talk about serious issues in a non-serious manner. I am your bishop, Reverend Pastor Kamau Mwega, and this is the Mwegas show. So let's get preaching. Tuingie kwenye mafunzo. So this is the neto nini Shenanigans Sunday. So sikuwa na something specific ya kuongelea. That's number one. Sikuwa na anything specific ya kuongelea. However, that does not mean that we cannot have a good show. That does not mean that we cannot have good dialogue. That does not mean that we cannot have good engagement. Sindio? Because we are alive. So how has your week been? I hope uko sawa. And if week imekuwa challenging, then that is still life. Kwa sababu at the end of the day, we are alive and that is what matters. Sawa? That is what matters. That is what matters kwa hili viti. You being alive. So, haijalishi wiki imekuwaje, ati imekuwa sijui na a few challenges here and there, that is life. If you have a good week, good for you. Wewe celebrate it kwa sababu at the end of the day, sio kila mtu amekuwa na wiki kama yako. Sindio? And if you have had a challenging week, it might get better or it might get worse. So, who knows? It's all about wewe and what steps you take. Sawa sawa? So, I hope wiki imekuwa mzuri, but that does not matter. What matters is that we are here right now and we are okay. So, wale watu wenye wanani join live, so let me just tell guys tuko live because we want to see how many people wata join. And who knows, even those people who will watch after the fact, we have to keep a positive attitude. Sisemi ati sasa ati usirecognize ati vitu si mzuri, that you ignore that things are bad. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you accept mali uko, sawa? And then you start working on it because that is the only thing that matters. So what if umekuwa na siku mbaya? Or what if your week has been bad? At the end of the day, it's you accepting that that is where you are and that niko na kahoma kanani andama and I have ulcers chini ya ulimi. So if ukisikia ni kama ulimi yangu ina float, ukisikia ni kama naongea kama msemo mwenye ako gauge, ni kwa sababu ya those ulcers. It is painful by the way, but lazima tufanye live. That is what is important. Okay, welcome to church. And just to let you know, we are going to have a 1 hour or 1.5 hours of discussing serious issues in a non-serious manner. At the end of the day, this is a space where we come, we engage. If you have any questions, any queries, anything you need to ask in the comments. It does not matter whether we are live or the video is now you're watching after the fact. I will come, I will respond. And if you think there is something important that I can talk about or I can cover, or something probably you want to hear my take, usiogope, don't be afraid, just post it and at the comment section. Just post it at the comment section and I will see it, I will respond to it, and if I will put it in, what is it called? I will schedule it in one of our upcoming Sunday lives. Okay. So today I want us to, start talking about a few issues, and I want to start with the transformers. I told you that we want to talk about serious issues in a non-serious manner. So today I want us to talk about this trans issue and how people are responding to it. We've gotten to the place in the world where Men now can be women and women can be men, which is crazy to me. Okay, it is crazy to me. And the craziest bit is not that we have grown people who have something which a few years ago was labeled as a mental health issue, and which over the years, because of that labeling and because of it being a mental health issue, and because the mental health practitioners recognizing it as a mental health issues, a lot of people have been helped in dealing with it. Okay, but now it is so crazy that the same people who we expect to help the people who are having mental health issues are the ones who are affirming these people's mental health. Let me just call them delusions. So, for example, if I have, what's it called, dementia, where I keep on forgetting things, right? I keep on forgetting things. And, or I have schizophrenia, where I live in my own reality, okay? When I go to a doctor, expect that doctor to treat the issue, not come and tell me, so you think you are King Jones of Nairobi? Okay, yeah, you are King Jones of Nairobi. So what we are going to do is we are going to buy you a throne, we are going to get you an office, we are going to get you all these things that is going to affirm your mental health issues. A better example is, let's say I'm anorexic, right? I have body, like, the serious anorexia where I think I am fat. Okay, and probably I am so thin, it is now almost becoming a medical emergency because my body cannot sustain itself, because it no longer has, I no longer eat, so it no longer gets energy. So I am suffering from malnutrition. But now when I go to hospital, instead of the mental health practitioner and the doctor telling me, hey, you know what, you're anorexic, and this is the kind of treatment we're going to put you through. So you think you're fat, so why don't we get a couple of people who will, let's take your photo, and then, like, blindly, let's just ask people, like, how they view you, and then you're going to see their responses. And then if 100% of people say, so the question is she fat? So no, she's very thin. In fact, I think she needs to eat. Okay, so yes, at that point, that thing is going to have, because of the period of acceptance, a person is going to battle with that response and think, oh, these people are lying, these people have been paid by the doctor. But if they get to a place where they trace the root cause of that anorexia, because anorexia is kind of like, of course, it's a disorder, it's an issue, it's something that somebody is dealing with, but it stems from something else. So probably this person was fat before and they got bullied, and people were always laughing at them, calling them fat, and probably even their parents used to call them fat and everything. So they went through that process, so it messed with their head. Okay, and now they think that they are still fat because they have not moved on from the past. And then probably somebody will come and tell this person, or the mental health practitioner or the doctor will tell this person, eat when you are hungry and eat the foods you want to eat. So now that means that when this person feels hunger, they will eat. And then if they don't want certain foods, they will avoid them and they will eat the foods they want. So at the end of the day, this person is consuming something. It does not matter whether it is junk, or at least they are taking in something. Okay, because before they were not eating anything, good or bad. So when they start eating foods they like, and then the body will start responding positively, and then they start, eating because it is polite, because now they have started changing their body image. Of course, that thing of viewing themselves as fat, and they'll have to live with it, something that's like addiction. But now they know that there is an issue. Okay, and probably they'll buy the bathroom weights. Okay, those ones zile za kujipima kwa bathroom. And then, so the doctor will tell them, your healthy weight is this. So if you get to this, then you are starting to get into overweight. So now this person will have the bathroom weights in the house. So when they weigh themselves, they say, I'm good. So I can still eat. I am within or I am below normal weight. I am still below normal weight. So let me eat. No matter what I view myself as, even if I think I'm fat, but the weighing scale is telling me that I am underweight. So I still need to eat. Okay. So of course, just getting this person to understand that they have issues. However, when it comes to the trans community, it's like they are being treated like that's not an issue. And what is most disturbing is that grown-ups, medical practitioners are starting to get their, it's like they're doing experiments on kids. It's like there is this conspiracy among mental health practitioners in the West to run some kind of weird and I think it is demonic. I am not so into the demons and angels kind of, but that's the only way I can describe it. It is demonic. Okay? That they are doing that to kids. Listen. It's gotten to the point where if a 4-year-old says, "Hey, mom or dad, I am a girl," and then they start playing with dolls and everything. No, the parents take it that this child is trans. And I think we seriously need to get the name back to transsexual. That is my humble opinion. We need to get the labeling back, the T back to transsexual and not transgender. We need to get it back to the T to transsexual. Because when it was in transsexuals, everybody was on with it. Because there were laid down procedures because it was medical and there was a medical component about it. So which was being regulated. Because before somebody got to the point where they are transitioning their sex, there are things, there are boxes there that needed to be checked. But now that we brought it to transgender, and remember that now for people, transgender is a social construct. And they ignore the fact that the data does not support their hypothesis or their claims, but they don't let data, science, logic stand in their way, or even rational thought. They don't let that stand in their way. Okay, so for them, they want what they want, and you are not going to tell them anything. I want what I want, and there is nothing you can tell me. All right, I want what I want, and there is nothing that you can tell me. So now a child who is 4 years, when they are getting into that confused phase where the girl either thinks she's a boy or the boy thinks she's a girl, or she wants to be, because of the way she's seeing other maybe boys being treated or girls being treated, or even in their own family, the way maybe the girls are being treated or the way the boys are being treated. So now they want to be that. So the parent now decides, I'm going to put this child into transition. And then now we have people who've been married for years, men who've been in the sports arena for years, who even have children and grandchildren, now waking up suddenly and deciding, oh, today I'm a woman now. So instead of looking at these people and looking at them funny, like, what do you mean you're a woman? Yes, I'm a woman now. Okay. So, my friend, please go see a professional. No. What we tell them, actually, if you send them to the professionals, especially if you are in America or the UK, these Western countries, if you tell them that go to see a professional, that is the worst thing you can do for them in modern age. We've gotten to the point where going to the doctor is more detrimental to a person's mental health than just staying at home and dealing with it. Kienyeji. Because now when they go to the doctor, to the psychiatrist, to the psychologist, instead of the psychologist trying to understand why suddenly have you decided or have you started viewing yourself as a woman? You've been a man for the last 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, 25 years, 50 years, 70 years. What has changed? Because believe you me, something has changed in their life. People don't just wake up and decide today I'm a dragon. Something must trigger that change. Must have triggered. Either it's a hormonal issue, or it is an environmental issue, or it is a life issue. Something has happened to trigger. But no, if you send them to the psychiatrist, you are sending them to go and be messed up. Now, their parents are encouraging this. Some parents, but then there are these medical practitioners. The law is very clear. The law is very clear. Like, for example, I cannot take a photograph of a child who is not mine without getting, especially if I'm taking that photograph for distribution or for publication. A photo, just an image of a child, somebody who is under the age of 18. I cannot do that without the consent of the parent. Just their image. As long as I'm taking that image to go and exhibit it somewhere where it's going to be seen by third parties, I have to get consent. I cannot also take audio of a child without their parents' consent if I'm going to use that audio for something other than my own personal whatever. But now, in America, certain states in America, and also I know certain parts of the UK, they put it such a way that a child can go and start transitioning without the consent of the parent, without the parent knowing. In fact, they encourage the kids not to tell their parents. So these people have decided to, I think this is, and let me go conspiracy theory. I think this is the bigger reset thing. They've looked at it and they have seen, these old people, these ones, you are not going to convince them to join this bandwagon of the Great Reset. So now they are going to the children, because now they're even teaching this nonsense in schools. I am Kenyan. I live in Kenya, in Africa. Why am I so concerned about it? Because these idiots, in the name of Americans, want to export their every debauchery, their shenanigans. Welcome to Shenanigans Sunday. They want to, they are so miserable in their lives, they want to cause misery everywhere. They are not only contented with messing up with their kids. Let's look at the ABCDFGQSYZ agenda. Si First Lady wao alikuwa hapa juzi. What did she do? She went and did those, what is it called? I watched a film. And the way that person, there was a sniper who was paid to kill one person. But in order to hide the fact that that was the target, they killed 6 people. So that is exactly what Jill, she called Jill Biden or whatever. She came to Kenya. Her agenda was the ABCDFGQSYZ. Those are the people she came to see. Those are the people she came to. That is the agenda that brought her here. But she could not just come directly to the ABCDQFGHYZ people. No, because she knew that's going to cause issues. We are in Africa, and Africa is our business. And we are not going to, we don't like, we are like, you do you, but do you private. But we don't want this nonsense of it coming out in public. But now she knew that. So what did she do? She came, she went to Turkana, alienda wapi, to pretend that she's launching women's projects. But she came for the ABCD, QG, FG, YZ community. Those are the people she came to see. And she thought she was being very smart. Because these Westerners think they are smart. And that's why even on YouTube or all social media pages, you see them having this inflated sense of ego and superiority complex. They think they are very slick. They think they are very, very slick. And so now they are so delusional that they have decided. So let's see this. Let's watch this for a minute. Let's see. So this is from the Officer Teram YouTube. So I'm going just to play the intro or what is important. So go follow him. It's called the Officer Teram. Let me just show you. Yes, this is his handle. Let me see. Yeah, where's the owner? The Officer Teram. Let's see. Then we are going to go back. Yeah, this is his channel. So go follow him, especially if you are somebody who cares about some of these issues and how they affect our society. So let's see if we can play this.
A private religious school banned from all state-run activities and athletics with other schools in Vermont.
Today, the Vermont Principals Association issued a letter to Mid-Vermont Christian School announcing the decision after the girls' basketball team refused to play against an opponent with a transgender student athlete.
See how crazy they have gotten? Listen, I think feminism is the worst. Let's start from there. I think feminism is the worst because of its messaging and the way its messaging has messed up the nuclear family and the way it has messed up with the balance of power relations, which were working very well, and the way it has lied to women. Now it has turned women into slaves. So back in the day, men were the ones who were slaving for the corporates. They were the ones who were slaving for the man. Okay, so a man goes out there, receives abuse, gets his mental health fucked up, and then comes back home and at least finds a woman who has been at home, so has not been exposed to all this negativity, who brings him back to his peace. So that's why men say, I want a woman to be my peace. Okay, so he's been out there being fucked up by the world, by the corporates, by his employers and everybody. So when he comes back to a woman who's just been at home, taking care of the family and everything, so now the woman brings the peace back to him. But now feminism told women that, no, you are too protected. Go there and be fucked up too. And women were like, hey, let's go get fucked up. And that's why now, today, women are miserable. Back in the day, men were the ones who were miserable. Now, both men and women are miserable. And that's why the society is fucked up. Anyway, now, I have a lot of gripe with feminism. But I do respect the fact that the women said, we want what we want. And it's not like they fought. They agitated. They went to the streets and they came and men were like, you think we're having so much fun, Cynthia? So you come, get miserable, get your dose of misery. But now at least the women wanted to be miserable. It was their choice, okay, to be miserable, and they fought for that. And now, because now we had men's sports, now we had sports, right? And now it was women's sports were introduced. Okay, we have the NBA, which is the National Basketball Association, and now the WNBA was introduced. Do you realize that we don't have male sports? but we have women's sports. Because for us, sports is sports. So whether you put us in women's sports or you put us in sports, we're good. But now, men who were less than when it came to sports decided, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pretend to be a woman, or I'm going to say I am a woman, and then I'm going to be allowed into the women's sports. Because they could not hack it in sports. Now they realize that, because most of these people are narcissists, or they have narcissistic tendencies. They want to be seen. They want to be celebrated. They want to be appreciated. This overt kind of thing. Huh? So that is a minute. So that is basically what is happening with these men going and getting into women's sports. That's exactly what is happening. And now the women are like, no, we don't want to play with a team that has men in it. The whole point why we have women's sports is that it is separated from the men. That's the whole purpose. I don't. Common sense stopped to be so common, but right now I think in America especially, common sense is something that people go get treated for. I think very soon Big Pharma is going to come up with a drug that's going to treat common sense, because this is so common sense. But I am wondering, what in the hell is wrong with these people? The whole point where we have women's sports is that men do not play in them. Okay? Is that men do not play in them. And so how do you have a women's tournament and there is a team with men in it? And then when a women's team says, we know we are not competing, then you ban them. Because they're using common sense. It's like, no, this is a tournament for women. Why is that team bringing in men? Look, let's look at sports. We have different categories, especially football. And I don't mean that nonsense Americans call football. I mean football, what the rest of the world calls football. We have the under 18, under 16, under 12 tournaments. And they have to verify that the people who are playing are actually under this age that we've put. So now imagine if you are playing an under 12 tournament and you have a 16-year-old playing in that tournament for some team. And then when an under 12 team says, no, we are not going to compete with that team because of that player who is 16 years. This is an under 12 tournament. Everybody will be like, we agree. We agree with that. Because this tournament is for the under 12 years old. What is a 16-year-old doing playing in an under 12 tournament? But now when we come on this other side, when it comes to sex and gender, oh, it's different. No, it's not different. It's the same. It's the same. You are a man, you are a dude, you are male. It does not matter how many years you went through that thing they say you go through therapy, your hormonal. It does not matter. We should put it in place that it does not matter. Why you born male? Yes, I was born male. Get the hell out. Go play in. They should, if they love the trans people so much, if they love the trans people so much, why don't they have transports? Why don't they have transports? They already have women's sports. They already have sports. Why don't they have another category called transports? And let's see if trans men will want to compete with trans women. But let's just do an experiment. Let's just do an experiment. See, they say gender doesn't matter, all those things. Let's see if trans men will want to compete with trans women. It is very simple. Just when you have a tournament like this one, just say, you know what, we have trans category. So if you are a man who thinks you are a woman and you're a woman who thinks you are a man, this is where you come and play. And then let's see if trans men will want to compete against trans women. But then they understand that they put it that way, their hypocrisy is going to be exposed, because the trans community itself will be like, no, we as trans men who were born female, we cannot compete with these trans women who are born male. And then they'll have to give reasons, and then there will be the same reasons that we are giving now. Now that we are giving these reasons, we are going to be labeled transphobic, we are going to be labeled all these phobics and everything. Listen, if you are an adult, do what you want to do with your body. If you want to cut off your balls, go do it. They are your balls. Okay? But then when your choices starts to come into conflict with other people's lives, they say that my right ends where yours begin. The women have a right to compete in their sports without having men in those sports. They have the right. And if they pull and if they say, no, I'm sorry, you're not going to compete in this tournament because that team has men, that should be respected. But now they are being banned. But it's okay. At least this team stood up and said, no. Instead of going to the tournament, competing, and then complaining afterwards. No, they just preempted it. Like, no, we are not doing this. And if enough teams say the same, no, we are not doing this, that policy will change. Because now that sport will now have to be a trans sport. Now they have to change that name into trans whatever tournament, which is okay and which I support. Let trans people have their own sports. Let trans people have their own bathrooms. Let trans people have their own whatever they want. If you want to, if you're saying you are for them, then you should provide for them. They should not come and inconvenience other people. I am male, I am a man. And if, for example, I go to probably a neighborhood or a gas station or a petrol station, here in Kenya, you call them petrol stations, and the only bathroom that is open is for women, and there are women inside, I will either wait for them to come out, or I will ask for permission for me to use a stall. I'll have to ask them permission. Could you please allow me? I am pressed and yetu imefungwa. Could you please allow me to use the bathroom? So they might tell me, give us 5 minutes, and then they will be out. I will stand there jogging, jumping, or I will go to the bush. But I cannot just come in and barge into a woman's bathroom, slinging my thing, exposing myself, because I think that I deserve whatever. I am infringing on their rights, their right to privacy. So where their rights begin, mine ends. I have a right to go anywhere, but I have no right to go anywhere where other people have deemed it not good for me to go. Like, I cannot just get into somebody's house just because I have a right to go anywhere in this country. That is private property. So kudos to this team. That is nice. It's good what you did. It's good what you did. Huh? Very nice. I support that. Let's keep that energy. Let us keep that energy. That's what we need. Okay. So we are in tuko kwa Shenanigans Sunday. So guys, come in, like the stream, comment. Just post a comment. I shout you out live. If you have a question, I respond to it. We are here to learn. We are just here to discuss serious issues in a non-serious manner. Okay, that's why we are throwing in a few jokes here and there. So if you are coming here and you are catching feelings, it's okay. So let's look at this. This is a meme that has been going around, or a screenshot of a meme. So this guy says, bruh, your life can be falling apart and your hand will still expect you to talk to her all day. And then this woman responded, you guys make women seem crazy. All you have to do is literally tell her, let her know you are not okay and just need a minute. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So this man is saying that your life could be unraveling and falling apart, and your woman will still want you, we still expect you to talk to her the whole day. You are putting out fires. You are in the middle of surgery, and you have somebody's guts on your hands, and you're putting them back together. But still, if you have your phone, it's be like 1 missed call, 2 missed call, 3 missed calls, 4 missed calls. It's like, what is happening? And then when you get out of the surgery room, it's like, why didn't you receive my call? And you already told her you had surgery. And then she says we make women seem crazy. Women, you make yourself seem crazy. And then now let's look at that response this way. So she thought she was saying something very, or he thought, whatever it is. No, I don't really know. You guys make women seem crazy. All you have to do is literally tell her you are not okay and just need a minute. Have you ever tried to tell a woman that you're not okay? See, the problem with women is they have not dated women. And they think they know women. Let me repeat that. The problem with women is that they have not dated other women. I'm talking about the majority of women. I'm not talking about the Caesars community. I'm not talking about the Makase community. The problem with women is that they don't date women. And so they think they know women. You know, if I'm crazy, I don't notice my crazy until somebody tells me you are crazy. Because for me, my crazy is normal. So to women, their crazy is normal. And only men can see they are crazy and respond to it and say, "Aye, no, this is crazy." Now let's look at her response. That is the only thing you need to tell her is that you are not okay and you just need a minute. Have you ever tried to tell your woman you're not okay? You see the kind of third degree you're going to receive. You're going to get into an interrogation that is worse than the CIA, FBI, DCI put together. Just telling her, hey, I'm not okay, I need a minute. What is wrong? What is happening? Did I do something? Is it me you are angry at? What is happening? Babe, talk to me. The whole point why I'm telling you I'm not okay, I need a minute, is because I don't want to talk to you. But now me telling you that that I'm not okay, I need a minute, now prompts you to want to talk to me more. So women, that is what is crazy about it. So I can't just tell you, hey, I'm not okay, I need my space. And then you say, okay, and leave. You start nagging me and nagging your man. What is happening? What is wrong? Are you okay? Do you need any help? Can I do so? No, I just told you I need a minute. I just need my space. No, what have I done? Are you breaking up with me? Have you found somebody else? Who is that woman? Now drama begins. And now a man will be like, I just have a headache. And I don't want to talk. Or I am tired. I want to go to sleep. I don't want to talk. No, women find a way of making everything about them. That is what is crazy about women. No, that is literally why a man does not matter what is happening. If you text him, he will just text. You just see those blunt texts, the text without context. Unajua hizi text watu hutuma, these texts people send that are lifeless. They just send them because you have to send these texts, or you'll be in trouble. So texts that don't have, or even conversations that don't have life. So you call somebody and they're like, hey, Okay. Hey, hiyo ni normal. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So those are that's a person who is not there. Just give them their space. But then a woman will not give you your space. Why? Because she wants to be the center of your world. And God forbid you decide, you know what? I need my space. Just leave me alone. I'm sorry. I will talk to you when I'm good. She will just go on her social media and start saying, men, shaking my head. These sons of Pharaoh, shaking my head. This man thinks he's the ish, LMIO. Why all these shenanigans? Just if you text me or you call me and I'm quiet, I am doing something else, which is more important than talking to you. I said it, which is more important than talking to you, because sometimes talking to you does not add value when compared to what is it that I'm doing. I cannot be trying to connect, trying to make a business deal here that's going to give us money. When I say us, I mean you and I. That's going to give us money. And you insist you need to talk to me. Talking to you is not important in this context. Making this paper, getting this paper is what is important. So talking to you in this context, no. We'll talk after I've closed this deal. And then I will tell you I was busy. So who are you busy with? With your bitches. I'm like, please. But also, not all women. Let me just put that. Not all women, because I know some women be looking like, but most women do this. So it's only the minority of women who don't do this, who respect people when they say, please, I need my space. A majority will start causing drama. Okay? A majority, itakuwa ni drama. So let's try and not even get there. Okay. So there is a lot of things. There has been. Let's talk about vasectomy. Vasectomy should be classified as part of MGM. I will repeat, vasectomy should be classified as MGM. And what is MGM? MGM is male genital mutilation. Yes, I said it. Vasectomy should be classified as MGM. Let's look at this son of a lawyer. Sauti Sol's Bien to get vasectomy as Kenyans pressure him to impregnate his wife. Let's see what this fool has decided to do. Sauti Sol lead singer Bien wants to get male birth control to ease the pressure on his wife, Chiki Kuruka, whatever. Bien opened up about his desire to get a vasectomy while speaking on his YouTube podcast with content creator Dr. Rain and rugby player Uyo, Dennis Ombachi. Whatever. Bien said he will get a vasectomy because he doesn't want to subject his wife Chiki to the pressure of taking child control. Bien, I don't know if you know this, but there is something called a condom. I don't know if you know this. So I'm going to break this news to you. I want to break this news to you. Bien, you have something that's called a condom. Okay. If you, like I said, a grown-ass man, if you want to go cut your balls off, go cut your balls off. But the problem is that you are a celebrity. So young people are impressed by celebrities. So you want to take the risk. You want to put yourself at risk of never giving your wife. Is it your wife? Let me just confirm if this is your wife. Yeah, your wife. Because you don't want to give your wife pressure of sijui hizi vitu za birth control. I can see where you're coming from, because these pills, all these birth control methods, especially the hormonal ones, they mess with a person. They mess with a person's body. So your wife's body, of course, itakuwa affected by them. I see where you're coming from. However, the vasectomy also mess with your body, with your ability to procreate in the future. And I know there's a lot of information, misinformation, disinformation, overinformation about vasectomy, about how safe it is. Can you go look at the science behind it? It has a timeline, a time limit, where once your time imevuka, then the body being the body, look, if you go and cut something in your body, let's take a finger, just cut off the finger and wrap it up and treat it. It will heal, right? It will heal. And then it takes time to heal. And then it will be very difficult to get this finger back over some time. If your finger is cut and it heals, it will be very difficult for you to put another finger there. So it's like a dicey thing. So you can't just go and it is guaranteed that the finger will just be fixed and it is okay. So that's what happens in vasectomy. So yeah, you are cutting things and then those pieces will heal. They will heal. Once they heal, then connecting them back, look, the body learns. The body learns. But now there has been this push for vasectomy to men. And they are using these celebrities to push it. Like I said, as a man, do you? But woe on you if you don't have kids and then you go in there for that whatever minor surgery and just say everything goes okay and it is successful and the vasectomy is successful. Don't be too sure that when you come to reverse it, that's going to be successful. That's something that even the medical fraternity does not guarantee. Okay? So it is dicey. But they will tell you it's safe. It is safe. They will just give you vague assurances. Just like they did kwa hii kitu yenye walikuwa natudunga juzi. And right now healthy people are just falling, dying. And every expert told us it is safe, it is okay. In fact, they even wanted to give it to kids. Now, bien, this is the Shenanigans Sunday. I don't care if you find this message or not. This is not for you. This is for the other men out here who are being pressured to do this. No, you don't have to do this. If you are so concerned about your wife's welfare, there is a condom. Okay? VACD. VACD. Don't go getting under the hood and cutting things which are just working fine. They are supposed to work that way. Don't go cutting things. But if that is what you have decided to do, good for you. And then now you see the idiocy. You're doing it for your wife. You should have been doing it for you. You should have been taking this risk for you. Because of the possibility of you not having kids in future. Now, women will always be women. And the problem with men is that we have refused to accept the nature of women. When this woman gets to a point where she wants kids, and Bien cannot give her kids because he went and got a vasectomy for her, she will leave him. She will leave him. That is in her nature. It's not like she wants to do it, just like she has to, because she wants children, and this guy cannot give her kids. Or alternatively, she will go and get impregnated by somebody else and bring the kid and tell Bien, this is your child. Because that is in their nature. It's not wrong, it is not right, it is what it is. So Bien, before you go and do the snip, just think critically, think carefully. Is it something that you want? Do you want this? Dude, what I would advise Bien to do is talk about your situation. Go somewhere for a whole month or 2 months where you're not even seeing your wife, you're not taking her calls, you're not texting her, nothing. Block her. Don't even tell her where you are going. This is a life-changing decision. Go somewhere for a whole month. You can afford that. Tell this woman, this your wife, I need to go think about this issue critically for 30 days. So for 30 days, you will not get in touch with me. After 30 days, I'll come and I'll give you my decision whether or not I'm doing this thing. Don't even tell anyone where you're going. Amukatu, and just disappear. And think it over. Think about the repercussions. Do you want children in future? Do you want children with this woman in future? What happens if you cannot give this woman children because you have been cut? And then go and read a lot about the procedure, and then go and read about the men who've been left by their women because they did something that their women wanted, and then at the end of the day they could not do. Then the woman changed her mind, and now the man could not do what she wanted, and she left. And then ask yourself, are you ready for your woman to leave you now and leave you whole, or are you ready for your woman to leave you in future when you've handicapped yourself? And if the answer is, I'm doing this as Bien because I don't want kids, go ahead and go under the knife. It's all good, because that's something you want. Men should start doing things that they want. Why? Because that is what is important. Okay? Because it is your life. If she leaves because you cannot give her kids and you don't want kids, then see, you are even happier. Because now she wanted kids and you didn't want kids, and that's why you went and got a vasectomy. But now imagine you being left because she wants kids and you wanted kids, but now you went and got a vasectomy and now you can't have kids. Welcome to Shenanigans Sunday. Leo tuna deal na all shenanigans that has happened in the previous week and shenanigans I've seen on social media and stuff. So this is a place where we are going to talk about serious issues in a non-serious manner. Because if you put on the serious face, people are going to get scared. So that's why we are laughing. But these are serious issues. As a man, don't go doing things just because your woman tells you that that's what she wants. Huh? Because your woman tells you that this is what I want. The question is, what do you want as a man? What do you want as a man? Because at the end of the day, whether you're driver or your gari, you are the driver of that vehicle. Huh? So let's look at some other idiots here who thought this was a good idea. Who thought this was a good idea? Men. And this is specifically to men. You're going to kill our sisters and our daughters here because of being stupid. We're going to kill our sisters and our daughters because of being stupid. So let's read this story. Proposal gone wrong. Surprise engagement nearly ends in tragedy after woman swallows ring. As in, hizi vitu za kuona kwa movie. These things you see in movies where a man puts a ring in a glass of champagne And then the woman is drinking the champagne, and then she's surprised. Oh, this is a ring. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't you realize that these things are scripted? And the woman already knows that there is a ring in that glass of champagne. And that's why she does not just gobble it up and swallow the ring. This thing is scripted. The woman knows there is a ring inside there. So you going, let's see what happened. Let's see how this woman tried to swallow the ring. The plan between the woman's mother and the boyfriend was to bury the engagement ring in a plate of... God damn, a plate of pilau. Kwani what movies have you people been watching? When have you ever seen rings zikiwekwa kwa chakula, plate of pilau? Hey, let's see. It was all laughter and joy at the table as Sharo tiptoed towards the table when his girlfriend started choking on the food. A wedding... Hey. Hata sitaki kusoma zaidi hapo. Men and this proposal shenanigans. Men and your proposal shenanigans. Why do you have to do all this extra shit? I have an idea. I have an idea. I have a clue. And I'm not apologetic to all the weak men out there. Listen. Stop trying to win a woman by impressing her. A woman will marry you regardless of whether you do all these shenanigans or not. If she wants you, I have seen women who on the wedding day, because the man was broke, anavaa ring ya kamba if lazima kukuwe na ring if the man is broke, ama anavalishwa hizi ring watu wananuaga mtaani za 200. Why? Because the only thing she wants is a ring. She wants this guy. So the guy doesn't have to go extra and do all these shenanigans, sijui za kuficha, sijui za kufanya proposals, sijui nini. This, first of all, this is a Western concept. This is a Western concept. And that's why people are going down on their knees as African men and looking weak. This proposal shenanigans is a Western concept. Okay? This is a Western concept. And that's why now, if she choked and died because of this idiocy, do you think the mother would have forgiven this dude? Angerushi Wangori, you are the one who brought this ring, and you are the one who killed my daughter, and now the man is also here. Why are you doing all this extra shit? If you want to get to the woman, just tell her you want her and you want to marry her. If she wants to marry you, she will marry you. If she does not want to marry you, she will not marry you, no matter what you do. Because there are women out here who are wewe ndio ule chali wa kulipa rent. If you are the rent payer or you are the one for dunda, just accept where you are in life, in the hierarchy, and don't try to over-impress. Because now you almost killed somebody's daughter. You almost killed somebody's daughter. Because of idiocy. Why do you have to go all this extra? If you have to do a proposal, Mimi, I encourage men. If you have to be weak, can you be weak in public? In private, sorry. Can you be weak in private? If you have to be weak, and when I say if you have to be weak, I mean if you have to propose, can you propose in private? And then I agree with the woman that you are going to go out there and tell the world that now you are engaged. But the engagement happened in private. So that kama wewe ni mtu wa kulipa rent, hiyo time yenye unafanya, that time that you're doing the proposal, you will just be told, no, I am not marrying you. And then you will just know where you are in her life. And now, at least, it was only the two of you when your proposal was being rejected. Now, if she accepts that proposal and wears that ring, now you can plan to have a day when now you tell the people that now you guys are engaged. Mwanaume, jua kuficha uchi wako. If you have to be weak, can you be weak in private? Because now imagine you are the person who pays rent, or you are the person who adunda. And now you and your kimbelembele, you go out there and you start kneeling in public and embarrassing yourself and the woman. You already had a good thing going, but you wanted more. But you did not prep your other person that you wanted more so that she can be in that space, or probably because she just knows she's with you because either you have good strokes or because you have money. She already has somebody she wants to get married to. So if you do that in private, then you will realize that I am not the one. So you and your weakness and your ring, you can go and cry wherever, but nobody will know. And then you have deniability because that woman will start spreading stuff. You can ruka that story. Unaruka your story. Ati mimi nikampropozia wapi? Ati alinipropozia kwa room gani? Mi naweza nikapeleka mtu kwa room nimpropozie. Mi hata hiyo siku sikuwa na yeye. You jump the store. You keep your ego and your pride intact, but not going kneeling in public and then being left. Man, if you have to be weak, let me repeat this. If you have to be weak, you be weak in private. You be weak in private. Huh? Tunaelewana? Just be weak in private. Let's see this. Let's talk about this. This is a bit controversial, especially kwa wale female viewers watakuja baadaye, but and also my description your channel. Go read the description of the channel. So all my female viewers, me, I love you. I appreciate you because you come here and you get ile ukweli ambaye iko. So let's look at this about the difference ya men and women. Let me see if I can put this much better. Let me put it bigger because iko na words. Men get bored, they play Xbox. Females get bored, they destroy the whole family, then blame men for cheating because they withheld sex. So there was a TikTok video I saw on YouTube, and the female TikToker was asking a question: why do men in relationships give bad sex? And a dude stitched himself and gave very valid points. And this is something which is a problem of the West, although also here in Africa it's happening more and more. So he said, when a man is in a long-term relationship with a woman, the woman starts using sex as a reward to the man for behaving a certain kind of way. So a man has to do certain things and behave a certain way to get sex. So it's not like sex is something which is part and parcel of this relationship. Sex is something that you're given as a reward if you behave. And now, since women don't have like a manual where you know, if I do this, she's happy, she'd give me sex. So now it is like patapotea. You know, it's like gambling. It's like Russian roulette, where it's like, if the bullet is there, you die. If it is not, you survive. And so now, men start seeing sex as a reward. And now, since this woman does not really care about the sex because she's using it as a reward, so she doesn't care whether the sex is good or bad. So the man does not have any incentive to make the sex good, does not have any incentive to try new things, to, spice it up. because it is a reward. I did what you wanted, give it to me. So he's going to take it the way he takes it. So once that relationship ends and he gets back into the dating market, his sex is all off, because a lot of things have been happening in the dating scene and sex that he is not privy to. And so wale watu watapata wa kwanza, they are going to suffer bad sex. But then there is something that he added, which is of most importance, is that we catch up real quick. We learn real quick. So men get bored, they play Xbox. That's why you see men, when they get bored, when they start playing games, they start watching football. And I mean football, the rest of the world knows as football, not what America knows as football. Start watching football, they start getting into discussions of football, because it's going to bring that kind of adversarial engagement and he can blow off steam. But when women gets bored, they destroy the family by cheating. So she'll go out there, she'll start messing with people, and then she's going to blame the man that, you know what, I cheated because you have not been giving me physical intimacy, the physical intimacy which you as a woman withheld. And that's why sometimes, that's why I say all the time, just know the nature of women and act accordingly. If a man does wrong in the relationship, it is his fault. If a woman does wrong in the relationship, it is still his fault. That's how women view things. So, men, this is Shenanigans Sunday, where we say what we say. If you think I'm wrong, siweke kwa comment and say, no, I don't agree with you, kama wa Mwega. I don't agree with you. Of the Mwegas show, I do not agree with you. I totally disagree with you. That is not what is happening. That is not what happens. I absolutely 100% disagree with you. And then don't just say you disagree. Say why you disagree. Because, you know, sometimes we have discussions and the person disagrees just to disagree. And like I was saying in the beginning of this stream, I said Jill Biden or Biden or whoever, the whole purpose why she came to Kenya was because of ABCDEFGQXYZ community. And here we have it on the Citizen Digital. So these people think we are stupid. Si munafikiria sisi ni ng'ombe. You think we are cow? You people think we are cow. Over the past week, my team and I met with the LGBTQ plus IA community and stakeholders to support the human rights of blah, 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 blah. The US probably advances efforts. Munafikiria huyu mumama alikuja huku kusupport women? That is what you thoughted. That is what you thoughted. Hey. Mogoshonoka muno. Mogoshonoka muno. You will chonoka. You thought that she came here to support Kenya in whatever she lied to you the first time she landed. This is why she came. For this community. For this XYZ BGQI plus IA. This is what she came for. And that's why she had to put all these other things to hide the fact that this is what she came for. I mean, white woman, Madam First Lady of America, listen, you don't have to hide these things. Just come straight to your people, do your thing, and disappear. Go back to messing with children's sex and gender. That is what your husband is pushing. Just come, see the people you came to see direct. Stop wasting time, and then go back and go mess with your children's, your citizens' children. Go and transition all of them. That is a priority for your government, for your husband's government. Don't come hiding. doing all this nonsense of, oh, water project, oh, and the people you came to see are the LGBTQ. Just come straight, come see them, give them what you came to give them, and then go back to your country and go continue doing whatever you are doing there to mess up the community, the world, the nuclear family, and everything. Don't try to come and assure and ito nini kujaribu kupoza roho yako, you know, massage your heart, trying to pretend you care for women. No, you don't. You have to pretend you care about the lives of Kenyans and the drought and the development issue. No, let's you know, this is the kind of hypocrisy that pisses me off. I would rather you just come, do your thing, and leave. Just come, do your thing, and leave. It saves time, saves effort, saves everybody's, you know, mind space. But this thing where you come and pretend that you are coming for the good of, are these people not humans? Why are you saying and support the human rights of LGBT? Why? As long as they are humans, as long as you are supporting human rights, why do you have to classify human rights off? Human rights, are they not human? You see, this is the language that if we really dig deep down, these people don't want to be part of community. They want to be special. They want to be special. They want to be apart from. And these are some of the things that makes people like me push back. Right? Push back. Because if you are saying you are special, then why are you around me? If you are more of a human than me, why are you around me? Go be with your other special humans. Right? Just go be with your other special humans. Uko kando, uko badly. Just go be with them. Because if you, human rights are there. Somebody said there are no women rights, there are no children's rights, there are no LGBTQIAXYZ plus community rights, there are no disability rights, they are just human rights. Once you just have human rights, everybody falls within. Now, the only thing you need to see is just make sure that those human rights are responsive to these different communities. Because everyone deserves to be safe. So what is this thing that is making women unsafe? So yes, as humans, they safety, but their needs in terms of the implementation, that's different. But you don't come and say you are supporting the human rights of women. Why are they different from the human rights of men? But that one will go over a lot of people's heads because we don't use our head. We don't use kiongos. Our kiong, we don't use. So tukiendelea kwa towards the end of the stream. Towards the end of the stream, let's look at some other shenanigans here. Hi admin, kindly hide my identity. Hide my identity. Last month I lost my job na ikabidi nifungue kinyozi pamoja na beauty. Beauty. So it's a beauty shop. So after kufungua, my wife okay, English is not his mouth, but my wife wants to work there alone na hataki kuniona hapo karibu na kazi. Anadai ya kwamba nitamfukuzia customer, some jobless na hataki kuniona kwa hiyo kazi. Na ni mimi nilifungua chenye ali contribute ni 5k only. Anadai niende nikafanye ya watchman. Kindly advise me. Listen. That's why I encourage men to be weak in private. I'm going to repeat this. Be weak in private. Why are you asking us to solve issues between you and your wife? You're a weak man. It's only weak men who go to the public to ask for help to deal with their wives. Maybe una deal na yeye kivyako. Why do you have to come ask me how to deal with your wife when I have a wife of my own that I need to deal with? Why should you come ask people how to deal with your husbands when other people have husbands they need to deal with? Why should they help you deal with your husband when they are also dealing with their husbands, when they are dealing on their own? Why are you asking me how to deal with your wife when I already have my wife to deal with? Like, why? What is the rationale? What is the rationale of that? So number one, inaonyesha weakness. Number two, why are you, biashara ni yako ama ni ya bibi? Whose business is it? Is it yours or is it your wife's? Who opened that business? You opened that business because you wanted to do business, that business. So why are you asking us what to do with your wife? Just give her her 5K and tell her to go open her own kinyozi. Simple. I mean, why do men have to go through all these things? But learn from women. How many women have you heard telling a man, niambie ni pesa ngapi ulinipea kufungua hii kazi nikurudishie? Just take that attitude. Wewe mama ulinipea 5,000, ndio 5,000 yako. Can you please leave? Enda ufungue hiyo beauty yako huko na kinyozi na hiyo 5K yako. Simple. I mean, hii ni answer yenye hata mtoto wa class 2 atakuambia. Why is a grown ass man na balls zimedrop asking us very stupid questions kama hizi? But because he's weak. Huh? He's weak. And his weakness is showing. Acha tuchekelee huyu celebrity. Tuchekelee huyu celebrity. Alafu tuongelee nini ya mwisho alafu tuende. Sio mimi nilimwambia anaone. It was not me. I was not there. Celebrity Pritty Vishy tackles media personality Andrew Kibe, claims ladies should be worried about men who are Kibe's fans. If a man tells you that he loves listening to Kife, honey, run. Hapo nataka kufika. Let's look at the size of this woman. So she used the word run. She used the verb. Is it a verb? To run is a verb. Sindio? Run. Tell me honestly, if you are asked as a logical, rational human being to tell between these two people who knows what running means, who will you say knows what running is? So this woman is telling people to run, and I don't even think she even understands what running is. I think the last time she ran was probably when she was maybe 2 years old. With that kind of mafuta, where are you running to? Unaambia watu wa run where? You should start running. Let's see you running, and then now you can tell women to run. And another thing, you're just being an idiot as a woman and trying to clout chase. Just being an idiot. Men listen to Kife or Kibe. I understand there are men who take everything he says as gospel truth. But those are young, immature, they're still growing. They will learn. They will learn. And men learn by being in the presence of other men. So Kibe's channel is a platform where men come and be men and learn and unlearn and relearn and learn bad things, learn good things, and then implement those things, and they backfire in your life, and then you realize, hey, this one is not right for me. Because not everything will work for everyone. That's why we say don't do a one shoe fits all kind of approach on things. Something that works for me will not work for somebody else. But I have to say this thing works because it has worked for me. Until that other person tries it and it does not work for them, then they know, this one does not work for me. But somebody else might do exactly what I did and it works for them. So they say, hey, Mwegas, thank you very much because you told me something and I took it and it worked. Or if somebody goes and it does not work for them and they come and say, hey, Mwegas, you told me that this thing worked and I tried it and it did not work. I'll just tell that guy, hey, let's have a seat. So what happened? What did you do? And then what happened? And then what happened? Oh yeah. So now then we get to understand why that did not happen. Okay? We get to understand. And then in that conversation, then we can look at what are some of the other things that that person can put in place to see which one works. You see, the whole point is that we are having a conversation. We have a platform where we can have a conversation. But then some fat women like this one, some overweight, obese women like this one, is trying to come here and bring the shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. The sun language, hapa. Listen, wanaume si hatunaga shame. Don't try to come and shame us. Sisi hatuna shame. Tunakojoaga kwa street. Tunatoaga na tunakojoa huko kwa ukuta na imeandikwa usikojoe hapa. Shamelessly, hapo mali kumeandikwa usikojoe. That's where we piss. We urinate there. So don't come trying. And who are you? Who are you advising? Wewe uko na relationship gani? Let's start from there. Woman, now that umeamua. So wewe ni mwanaume mgani who is talking to you? Ni mgani who is talking to you? Now that tunaongelea hiyo story, wewe ni wanaume wa gani who are talking to you, who we can tell to run? There are no men running to you. So what are you telling women? Wanawake, no, just tumieni tu akili. Sometimes it only takes some small thinking. Akili tu kidogo. Just women, it only takes akili tu kidogo. You look at the person advising you, you look at their life, you look at what they have, and then you're like, okay. So, chali mwenye, so sahi sina chali mwenye anasikizaga kibe. But chali mwenye anasikizaga kibe amekuja amenikatia na ni chali mzuri. So ni muache juu anasikizaga kibe. Na ukumbuke siku hata na chali mwenye asikizagi kibe. But nimepata mwenye anasikizaga kibe na ni chali mpoa na nani treat vizuri. The only thing haalao ni mimi kukua tu mjinga. Juu ataniambia mimi ni mjinga. Ananiambiaga ukweli. So ni muache because anasikizaga kibe. Does that even make sense? But if it makes sense for you, buy a dog and die alone. Actually, don't even buy a dog. Huku Kenya, unaweza tu enda kwa street uokote whatever dog. Okay. Now, let's get into the last one. Let's talk about the last one. Alafu sasa, niwaachie muende huko mkatoe sadaka. Mkagongo. Ndio niwaachie mapasta bishop wengine wa wagonge. I'm only taking your time. But time is money. Sindio? Time is money. So this is something I shared kwa my my Facebook. I think it is important that we talk about this. So who has noticed that there has been a loud silence about global warming and the rhetoric is back to climate change? Any may notice. Who has noticed that everybody was screaming about global warming now is quiet? And if they are speaking, now they are no longer saying global warming. In fact, even in newspapers, you will rarely see global warming nowadays. The only thing you see is climate change. Now, are we supposed to fear that climate is changing? Are we supposed to fear that climate is changing? Climate, the only thing that is constant in this world is change. So how do you expect climate not to change? Like, honestly, climate has to change. That's only logical. Climate has to change. They brought it global warming, but then ikafika mahali, actually the world was turning even colder. So now how are you saying that it is cold because of global warming? So that messaging was was just wrong. Climate has always changed. Now, there'll be people coming and saying, but you know, humans have done this, this, and this. Of course. What do you expect? But the earth finds ways of balancing itself. Finds ways. And if listen, even if we went nuclear and we had a nuclear war, we would be the people to die. We would be the people to wipe ourselves from the face of the earth. The earth will remain. So let's go nuclear. Let's just go 100%. And let's say there's nuclear war. All out. We are just going to wipe ourselves off the face of the earth. And the earth will continue, and other forms will evolve, and the earth will remain here. We are the ones who will go. So this nonsense of climate change, we are not doing this to save the earth. This is noise to try and save ourselves, but we cannot save ourselves because we live in a world where we need to do things. I need to get here to someplace else. There is technology that assists me to get here to someplace else. I'm not going to walk 100 kilometers. And interestingly, these people are always going to conferences to talk about climate change using airplanes, which leave a carbon footprint. Some of them using private jets. Most of these people have vehicles, not only 1, 2, or 3 vehicles. They also have an entourage. So one person has their own vehicle, and then they have 10 more vehicles which follow them everywhere they go. And that's why you know, that's how you know that this thing is a lie. This thing is a lie. It's just another way to control your mindset and control how you think and try to shame you into doing other things. Anyway, that is all the shenanigans I had for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching after the fact, please comment below. Tell me what types of content you want me to do. If you have a video you want to share with me, you can send it to, let me just put that because I know some people might miss out. Is it okay? Yeah. This is my email address. So I'm going to show it. So if you have any content, if you have anything you want me to talk about, if you want to share any links to any video that you want me to react to include in my Sunday service show, you can send the link there to kamasera82@gmail.com. This has been your Bishop, Reverend Pastor Kamau Mwegas, and this has been the Mwegas Show. So until next Sunday in the morning at 7:30, I want to consistently do this. If you want to join me, join me. If you're joining me after the fact, enjoy the show. And also, please remember to comment, share the video, like the stream, and I will see you next Sunday. It's been good. It's been real. Peace out.